Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before. Imagine tuning into real-time discussions, expert analyses, and fan interactions all at your fingertips. Each platform offers a unique experience, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. We're not just sharing stories, we're creating a community of passionate sports enthusiasts. Join us as we dive deep into the evolution of podcasting, where every episode is a chance to engage, debate, and celebrate the world of sports. This is where your voice matters and the game never stops. Welcome to the Huddle Sports Network, where we're breaking boundaries and redefining podcasting. Broadcasting live on 6 different platforms, we're bringing you the latest in sports like never before, where sports passion meets podcasting brilliance. I'm Mike, the Bear fan, and alongside Bill, the Packer fan, and our buddy Ken Catalone, we're bringing you an incredible lineup of 38 diverse podcasters. Each one brings their unique flavor to the table, covering everything from game analysis to behind-the-scenes stories. Imagine diving deep into the minds of experts who live and breathe football, sharing insights that you won't find anywhere else.
Good morning. It's a Victory Monday for some, not so many Victory Monday for others. Good morning, JB. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, Ken. Good morning, Rob. Yeah, where's my coffee?
Good morning there, guys. It'll be a Victory Monday tonight.
Well, that makes you tomorrow Victory Tuesday.
Yeah, and it's still a Victory Monday as long as the game don't go till midnight.
Yep. Who you guys got again tonight?
The F beating up Saints.
Oh, the 8.
5 and 9 8s. That's who we got.
8
in Lambeau with snow after, with it snowing all day. Oh yeah.
Good morning, Philip.
Gonna be beautiful. What's up, Philip? Go Pack, go.
Hey, Rob. What's the snow thing you talked about? I don't get that here.
There's gonna be some flurries, man, before the game. So
wait, people dress like animals before the game?
Yeah. I mean, you got to come prepared. I mean, look, it's one thing to be a winter game in Lambeau, but a night winter game. Ooh.
No, you missed the comment. You said flurries. Instead of me, people dressed as animals going to the game.
Flurries, not furries.
too early and not enough coffee yet. Good morning, Dwayne. Yeah, I know it's gonna be good. No, I was joking because Rob and I live in states that don't necessarily see snow, whereas poor Ken has got about 18,000 inches of it. Right?
I know. See, bro. See, the thing is, bro, we've already lived. We were your age once. We lived in that cold weather at your age, and we're now older and realize that it's much better in a warmer place.
Yeah, you'll understand that eventually. Where he's at in Michigan. Good morning, Eric. 3 minutes. That's 3 diamond push-up.
Yeah,
oh, wait, I missed his earlier. Good morning, maybe not.
What's up? Go Pack, go.
But
morning, Dwayne.
Yeah, that snow thing, man. I left that behind a long time. I like to see it on TV, and that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I miss the snow. I don't mind walking outside and just experiencing it for like 5 minutes, but then I got to go back in and stay warm.
Yeah. All I want to do is see it from the window, like the week of Christmas till New Year's, and then I don't want to see another flake of snow ever again.
I think it was Saturday night. Eric showed up for the open mic, and then he disappeared. He goes, "Oh, sorry guys, I had to go salt the sidewalk. I forgot all those things you have to do. That. I don't miss that shit at all."
Good morning, Billy. Good morning, Cam.
Got to make sure your walkways are clear so people don't fall and bust their ass.
And humor me here, fellas. Okay, look, congrats on the Lions for winning a game. They deserve to win it. For Bears fans, I know it seems like doom and gloom because that's what we do. But like I did last week, let me give you guys some stats. And look, this game was decided pretty early with the 2 Roma Odunze fumbles, right? One deep in our own end. They converted to a touchdown. The other as we started driving, and then that pretty much really sucked everything out. Once again, the slow start killed us. But when you look at the game stats, time of possession, 2-minute difference. This time plus Lion. Offensive plays, they ran 6 more than we did. Your offensive yardage, they had 475. The Bears had 382. Yards per play, 7.3 to 6.5. These are not huge differences, right? Penalties, they had 7 for 55. We had 10 for 70. So penalties are still killing us because, as Rob pointed out last week, it's also about when they happen. And for the Bears, they seem to always happen at the worst time. 2 turnovers, the only 2 turnovers in the game, and that was the biggest difference in the game. Here's where some of the stats get interesting again. Passing. Goff was 23 for 32 at 71.9%, 329 yards, 10.3 yards per attempt, 14.3 yards per completion. Caleb was 26 of 40 for 65%, 323 yards, 8.1 yards per attempt, 12.4 yards per completion. Goff had 3 touchdowns, Caleb 2. Goff got sacked 1 time, Caleb got sacked twice. The yardage difference, Caleb took an extra 4 yards in sacks. So, I mean, not bad there. Here's something that was interesting. Both quarterbacks had a passer rating over 100. Goff was 136.1, and Caleb 106.6. We got killed in rushing. That's the one area that was a big difference. Even though the yards per carry were 3.5 for the Bears, I don't know why we didn't run as much. 19 first downs for the Bears. Third down conversions, 58% to 20% still killed us. Fourth down conversions, they were 0 for 1. We were 3 for 4. We were 1 for 3 in the red zone. They were 2 for 5 in the red zone. So, I mean, if you look at that game statistically speaking, once again, Bears statistically in it, situationally, the Roma Dunze fumbles killed us, and then inopportune penalties. The old line's actually claimed to be decent, right? I don't, and Mike, I don't know if the defense doesn't give a shit, but once again, my son and I are watching the game. Bears got the sack, right? And then so it's like 3rd and 15 or 3rd and 14, and I go, this is the first down.
Yeah, Mike, tell us how you really feel, bro.
I was gonna say that's one hell of an analogy, Mike.
He says even a condom fucking blocks better.
I mean,
damn, Mike.
It was funny because, like, if it was 3rd and short, right, or 4th and short, the Bears could stop it. If it was 3rd and long, completion, right, first down, because they keep going into this like soft zone, like we'll give you 7-yard coverage, dude. It doesn't work. All right, Eric Washington, it does not work. So yeah, that was. Look at statistically, the Bears have the person that they're in the games. They have the personnel. We know they've got the players. They're obviously lacking the coaching. And there was a comment I just saw that kind of scored through. Let me find that real quick.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Jim said, "Give you all that can maybe be a good place for a new coach to make a name for himself." Yeah, I mean, look, and the Lions deserve the win, Jim. They did. God, I feel like Tony Romo when I go, well, Jim, is this Jim Nance?
Yeah, Jim Nance.
Yeah. So yeah, Jim, I agree with you though. I mean, go Lions.
No, he's banned for making cookies.
Yeah, Lions deserve the win. The 2 Roma Dunze fumbles were critical to that game. Definitely.
Well, you guys just don't want to score in the first quarter. That's why you fumbled.
I know. Got to keep the streak alive, right?
You guys come up with some reason not to score in the first quarter. I swear to God, every week.
Now, Caleb 9 games without a pick. He definitely way owns the rookie record. He's closing in on the record held by Aaron Rodgers. Can he get there this season with 2 games left? Probably not. He'll probably go into next season if he's going to get the record, because I think he needs like over 100 passing attempts in order to do it. That ain't happening. So it'll probably be next season. However, I mean, we have a quarterback. What was one of the bigger complaints that everyone, biggest things about Justin Fields everyone talked about, right? Ball security, turning the ball over, interceptions. Caleb isn't turning the ball over.
I'll definitely give him that.
Yeah.
With how bad and doom and gloom everything else is, he's at least not turning the ball over, and you're getting decent quarterback play out of a rookie, even when the sky is falling.
Plus, he's like the Energizer Bunny. He keeps getting up. He keeps getting hit. He keeps getting up. He's tough as shit, bro. He's tough as shit. The most sacked quarterback.
You saw the exasperation on Caleb Williams And most of the offense after that false start penalty late in the game, after we lose our left tackle and our left guard to injury, right? And then there's a false start in Caleb, and everyone's just like, "Come on, man!" They all mossed him. Come on, man. Look, there are pieces here, obviously, good pieces, right? The entire O line is not trash. It's not doesn't have depth, right? But we've seen the difference when you make coaching changes offensively, especially.
Yeah, they count.
Well, even defensively in the negative, right? And the defensive went negative in the offensive. Yet they do kind of turnovers, Philip, but those were both on Roma Dunze.
Yeah, they were on the receiver. They were on the receiver. They weren't on the quarterback.
So the offensive line's not a complete shambles, right? Only gave the 2 sacks, some bad penalties. They need work. That hasn't changed. But it's not like some Bears fans are like, we need to get rid of every offensive lineman on the roster. It's like, dude, you got a couple on rookie contracts. You're not getting rid of them, right? They need it coaching. Coaching's made a difference in this team offensively and defensively. And defensively, it's been a negative.
Right,
Jim. Okay, well, what play is Jim talking about with the stumble Ruski? Because I didn't get.
Oh my God, that was a game. Jim, that was a sick play, dude. So here's what they did. It was like I think they were in the red zone. What they did is they had Jahmyr Gibbs, like, okay, it was supposed to look like a handoff. So Goff goes a turn, Gibbs falls, Goff plays the stumble, and then gets up and throws a touchdown. Great play design. I mean, that was just guys having some.
I was like, did that just really happen? Did they fucking plan it like that?
No, that was planned. That was, and look,
it was brilliant. I mean, Dan Campbell again.
It took you back to like Nagy and some of the plays that Nagy did his first year as a head coach in Chicago, like Santa's sleigh and all these other weird plays they would do. You know what that is, Jim? That's a mark of a team that is having fun and playing free. Oh my God!
Hold on a minute. All right. Is that really Dom?
They accidentally won Sunday. Dom will be here, of course.
Of course. Accidentally won.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Dirty Bird fans need to be careful with their quarterback. Because like he says, what time is it? Penix time? Yeah. Let autocorrect get in there.
You
sound jealous of love, Luca.
I was gonna say, don't forget,
hey man, that's a dirty vine right there, damn it.
Don't forget what Rob's tagline was after Atlanta drafted Penix. Go suck a Penix.
Yeah, I should have put that as my headline. Go suck a Penix.
Go suck a Penix. That's what you
if you guys have not seen that, if you guys have not seen that stumble play, I'm sure there's a short or a YouTube on it. I mean, it was good play design. I mean, it really was, and the defense bid on it pretty hard for the most part, and yeah, it left them almost wide open in the end zone. I mean,
look at Isaac,
dude. It's just those plays happen, man. It was just good play. I don't think Jim. I don't know if Ben Johnson is going to the Bears. To be honest, here's the thing. Now I will say this. Remember, guys, last week I said big difference from calling it from the booth but then calling it down the field. Well, Ben Johnson yesterday called it all from the field level. He's been in the booth a lot this year, but he was on field level yesterday calling the game. So he's trying to maybe put some audition tape, say, look, I can do this from the sideline, not from the booth, right? Look what I can do from the sideline, calling plays. I mean, pretty smart move if you're Ben Johnson. With Ben Johnson, no one doubts he's a good OC. I think all of us here can agree he's been a really good OC. But we've seen a lot of really good OCs and a lot of really good DCs make the transition from coordinator to head coach, and it just doesn't work. So I'm not saying the Bears won't try to get him, but I don't know. We'll see.
Fuck.
That's why he says it was penis and stuff.
Tom already has that jersey hanging out.
I had that jersey before he even came to the NFL. What you mean?
Hey, Luke, are you saying they did the Temu Falcons jersey?
The Temu version.
Yeah, well, Mike, I mean, that's obviously Bear Down Mike brings up the point exactly why Brown will not be retained as the head coach. 4th and 7 down by 20, you kick the field goal, you should have gone for it. Right? I mean, I think everyone understands now. The entire coaching staff in Chicago will be looking for new jobs in about 10 days. So
you guys forced Kirk into retirement.
Yeah.
He should retire, old man.
You guys forced him into retirement. He says he's going to step back from football for a while.
He's like, I didn't forget how to play quarterback. No one asked if you forgot that.
I was going to say, you guys paid him $100 million for 1 year. Of course, I'd be saying, well, I think
he's $100 million man. Dun,
dun, dun, dun. Hey, you know, wait.
That's a mishandle of money right there.
You know, it's funny. You guys remember how excited Dom was to get Cousins?
Yes.
What's that saying though? Shit happens, right?
I mean, look. I mean,
well, I was gonna say you should be used to it by now. Shit happens a lot to Atlanta fans.
I mean, these things happen.
Come on, man.
But look, these things happen in the NFL, right? So okay, fine. We'll take what it is. But the question is, Dom, do you guys cut ties with Cousins at the end of the season, or is he now coming back to the Senate?
From what I heard from Adam, I can't say his last name, Schaefer or whatever, Scheffner, whatever. They're gonna cut him at the end. I mean, I don't see the reason. He'd be a decent backup. You know, he's old and everything, but he's a veteran. Have a backup. But if they got a plan for another quarterback coming, then I'm with it. But yeah, they're probably gonna cut his ass. I mean, look at the interviews. He seems a little
jaded.
What's that word? Yeah, jaded right there. He seems jaded. He seems like, what am I doing here? You know what you're doing there. You took that money and you played a good 9 games and then you decided to crash out. I get it.
Dom's like, I know about crashing out real well, guys.
What's the money? What's the dead cap on that though?
It was shoot. I looked it up yesterday.
If they caught him before February, right? It's a bonus that they save, like $10 million on a bonus or something. Dude, I mean,
Arthur Bank paid Cousins one.
Philip brings up a beautiful point. Dom, if you really need another quarterback, you guys seem to like Vikings quarterbacks. You can give Sam Darnold $100 million too.
That ain't that's not me. I ain't Arthur Blank checks. Yeah, but no, I think the Vikings gonna re-sign Darnold, right? Wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, there's a discussion about that.
How far they get him going.
We had Sarah on Hallis yesterday, and we talked about it a little bit. And we've talked about it here a little bit. There's been some discussion on that. I mean, I think it depends on. Most people think it depends on
how far they go,
what they do,
how
far he gets them.
Like some Viking fans said, they got to get him to the Super Bowl. Right. Some of them said just to the NFC Championship game. But I mean, if he doesn't get them far in the playoffs, they don't want him back at all. And that's just crazy to me. He's got him already 12 wins or 13 wins. 13 wins, bro. And they're like, nah, we got JJ. He could be better. What the fuck?
Dude got injured in no contact practice. What do you mean?
Holy mother of God. I just don't
understand. And that's the thing, too. You got a quarterback.
I just don't understand it. I mean, you got Danny Dimes. You going to do it again?
Well, that was another argument they made. Well, we got Danny Dimes. We'll do it again. But here's the other thing. It's like the guy just has gotten you 13 wins, and he played pretty good ball yesterday. Like that game-winning touchdown he threw, dude, insane. I mean, it was a great ball. Of course, it's the JJ, but still, it was something to look at. I don't know how they don't. I mean, he's going to get 30, 40 mil probably, which they probably planned for. But here you got JJ. Like the guys, we got JJ. Dude tore his ACLs, never played an NFL down. And now you're going to hand the reins over with, I mean, it's not the first time something like that has kind of happened. It happened in Kansas City. But is JJ McCarthy Patrick Mahomes? I don't think so.
So Luca's just about the money. He wants to sign him. He just it's got to be for $20 million. So if he takes you, I mean, He could get paid probably. I mean, I know it's all based off one season, man. I mean, it's based off one season playing with you guys.
If he wins them a playoff game, that dude is gonna bank. Whether it is
20 million ain't even gonna be
yeah, hold on, A-Dub, I'll send it to you. But whether it's with the Vikings paying him or if it's freaking some other team, somebody's gonna pay this guy a lot of money if he wins a playoff game.
Look at it this way. There's some similarities to what happened with Jordan Love in Green Bay. One season on the starter, and now he got a big paycheck. And Love had a couple years on the bench. Darnold had a couple years on shitty teams.
Yeah.
Both were experience builders, right? So, I mean,
that's the thing is it's just, I mean, maybe Darnold is a good quarterback. I mean, he's playing great this year. I mean, bro, nothing about what he's done this year has said he's a bad quarterback.
No.
Nothing about what he's done this year said his first 4 years in the league was shit.
You know what it is though, Rob? Because he played for such shitty teams before this year. Like the teams he played on were absolute trash, right? They didn't have anything around him. He was there as a band-aid. But he didn't start for the Niners though. He was, and he was a good looking. But for the Niners, he was a good backup when they did play him. He played well. So when he was in New York and he was in Carolina, I mean, he didn't have any. They were trash teams.
They were horrible.
Now he was in New York. He's got a good coaching staff.
Drafted him,
with
I
a
think.
Good
right?
team.
The Jets drafted him, right?
Yep.
The Jets drafted him.
Yep.
Oh wait, man, I don't even know. That's how, dude. He's going around the league collecting jerseys like
bro. He's already hit about 4 teams before he got
I was gonna say that reminds me of a certain tight end that we all know so well.
Oh, he's got helmets for all 4 NFC North teams.
Yeah. No,
hey guys.
His man cave's got to be lit.
It's like going home, going to the NFC North.
I mean, hey, Isaac, you know what, though? Isaac is stuck on your Penix, I guess, Dom. I don't know why. Isaac is stuck on your Penix.
So, come on, Isaac.
He is, but it's almost as bad as the Commanders, with their chanting, "Let's go Commando." I mean.
Hey, that is an awesome chant. I don't care who you are.
I love it.
That at least makes the name the Commanders kind of worth it, just so you can have that chant. And when they become the Redskins again, I really hope they keep that chant.
I mean, Darnold showed you though yesterday, like he's been a phenomenal game manager. But if you watched that Seahawks game yesterday, he put a beautiful ball to JJ to win that game. But he's proving to Vikings fans why they're going to re-sign him and pay him starting quarterback money. And I have a feeling that when they do this contract, because look, you got JJ was a first-round rookie, so he's a 5-year rookie deal. Of course, the 5th year will be the option, which will be expensive, $30 million or so. But for the next year, maybe 2, you've got Darnold. You could do a 3-year extension or even a 4-year extension worth $40 million a year, but make it team friendly in years 3 and 4 where they could cut him and not have dead cap.
Okay, I could kind of get by that. I just personally would only want him there in Minnesota for a year or 2, and then I turn it over to JJ.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to guarantee him about 60 to 70 mil. So you're almost gonna have to guarantee him 2 years. But that's also good though too, because look, at your worst case scenario there is this: you're going to make him your starter for next year complete, as you bring JJ along after the knee injury, everything else. Morning, Broski.
Good morning, Broski. They're looking for you in the chat, Broski.
You're gonna have JJ developing for at least a year, and if things go like the Penix Cousins situation. That's your worst case scenario is that, okay, after 3/4 of a year or a year, we replace him with JJ, but now my dead cap, might be 40 mil. But I'd rather have that than have no quarterback next year, put it all on JJ. JJ re-injures the knee. JJ can't, isn't playing well, whatever. when you've got a proven commodity in Sam Darnold, and you could even do this. You could sign JJ, and after year one, or sign Darnold after year one, you trade Darnold.
That I think is the best case scenario.
So, I mean, you've got all kinds of different situations that Minnesota can work with, but they're going to almost have. I don't know how they don't re-sign Darnold and pay him basically what's the going rate for a good starting quarterback with 13 plus 15, 45 mil a year.
He's at least going to start at 25.
Yeah, you got to start at 25.
Well, what's the tag on per quarterback?
What's the franchise tag? Yeah, that's a good
Oh,
question. That's a base salary.
It's so ridiculously high. Hold on.
It's like 20 mil, isn't it?
No, way
It's
higher,
more than
dude.
that. I think it's more
Dude,
than that.
down.
Okay.
Justin's 5th-year option at the Steelers that picked it up was $25 million for a rookie quarterback, right? So I mean that's the 5th-year option rate for some of these first rounders. So
I'm like, you got to bring us. You got to win us at least 3 playoff games. You'll get the bag.
pretty much, he's gonna get a bag. Yeah, it's $40 million or higher according to Luca. I think he's right. While Ken looks it up.
He getting paid. He getting paid.
For
He's not worried.
last year,
40 million or higher. That's what it is. See,
last year it was 38 million, but
Jesus.
this year it's going way up
Gonna go
again
higher. Yeah.
because of the Jordan Love, Sunshine there.
Yeah, it's the
Golf
average of all, it's
contract.
the average of all the contracts. So I mean, yeah, it's sure it's going up.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna probably be up around 42.
So there you
43.
go, man. I mean, he's probably going to be asking at least 30, especially if he takes you guys deep into the playoffs. We'll see how it plays
Oh, he's
out.
gonna be asking for golf money, minimum
Yeah.
48.
Yeah. Holy fuck, man.
But here's the thing, though, right? Let's just say, for sake of argument, for an easy round number, it's 50, right? How much of that 50 actually shows up on the salary cap tracker? All of Goff's 48 doesn't show up against the cap. Right? The way they do signing bonuses.
I'm pretty sure Goff is making like 52 or 53.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the way they do these contracts and the way they shift the money around, and it's not Bobby Bonilla level, but the guy who's getting paid until 2036 and they paid while he retired 20 years ago. But I mean, goddamn Bonilla, you're fucking.
They are going at Broski in the comments. Holy
Yeah,
they
hey,
are.
Broski. There was a reason
They
Broski
fucking-
wasn't around. It wasn't because
Broski talks some shit, bro. And, hey, bro, I respect you being here, man.
Bro, I don't
You're
think
gonna have to hear
Broski
it,
is
though,
scared
bro.
of anyone,
It's
man.
like some shit.
Yeah,
It was
bro,
more
Broski, there was a stream.
He's at work right now, son.
No, hey, look, there was a restream issue for Broski coming out of the show. So I don't think Broski's hiding from anyone, man.
Yeah, he's not hiding, man. He would have been here talking shit all year, bro.
Yeah.
He's that kind of guy. So you guys all be ready. He's not backing down from none of you. He's
Darnold, though, he's gonna get paid, man. I mean, and then you got the thing in Atlanta, Penix. If one game does not make, and the defense scored 2 touchdowns, so before they get too excited in Atlanta, let's see how the last 2 games with him are.
Oh, we gonna win them last 2 games.
I mean, there is such a thing as karma. I mean, the right now the Vikings have a plethora of quarterback karma.
Yeah,
And if they turn, if they stub their nose.
I asked the question
Hey,
in the
Henry, Broski.
comments earlier.
What's that?
What's up?
Go ahead, Data.
I think he's looking.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
looking for it.
I asked the question for you earlier, Dom.
Oh yeah, yes, Dom.
Oh, what was that?
Yeah,
What was
I'm going through the comments to see right now.
I'm on
Oh,
my
you
phone,
got-
so I can't swipe up on the comment.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
got
Oh wait,
it.
again, it's right here.
I asked you before. Before that, between Bay and Minnesota, who would you want to play in the playoffs?
Oh, damn.
'Cause that's likely one of those
Green
teams.
Bay, honestly, because Vikings lighting it up. So I'm sorry,
Okay.
Ken and Rob.
I hope to God we play in the playoffs. And
Hey, what you got? You guys got a
you
veteran
and I are
loss
going
from
to watch
last year,
that
right?
game together, buddy.
Hey, Ritter. Just imagine Ritter beat you guys last year. So
Hey,
imagine
actually, you know
what
what?
penis would do.
Not during Toyota-thon there, buddy.
So wait, there's actually historical significance of that, though. If you remember, in 2010, Atlanta was on fire, and they were hot, and then Green Bay got into the playoffs and buzzsawed it. So wouldn't it be ironic if it happened in the inverse this time around?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
That would be-
it already inversed from that Michael Vick game. So we're dead even right now.
Bro.
Okay.
All these Lion fans are like, go Pack, because if we smash the Vikings next week, they win the division next week. It's locked.
Hey, Mike,
We got a whole bunch of Packer fans in the group today.
I don't think
Yeah,
Sam
buddy.
Darnold is signing a 1-year extension. I don't think Sam would sign a 1-year deal. He wants multi-year.
Yeah. He wants a home, I think.
But
I
look,
don't think he wants to be shipped around the NFL like that. Like,
yeah, but that's why you sign him to a 3 or 4-year deal where the last 2 could be voidable, or you could cut him and not take a big dead cap. You're going to guarantee at least a season and a half worth of salary, so somewhere around 60 to 75 mil. You know, it's almost 2 full years at 75 mil, maybe. And then you could always trade him to a team that isn't sucky, but maybe like maybe a Raiders or something like that. Like the Raiders will probably draft their quarterback if they don't fuck themselves even harder.
I was just about
But
to.
I mean, because yesterday they basically gave the number 1 pick to the Giants.
With them losing or with them beating the Jaguars, doesn't that move them to 3rd now?
It might. We'll have to look when.
I'm going to look up the draft order now.
But I mean, you know, Darnold's
It
probably
does.
going to be a
Giants got the first pick.
Yeah, Giants are at 1st.
Yep.
now.
Raiders fucked it up, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
That's why Joe's not here. He's
Raiders fucking shit up for everybody.
Joe's crying so
But I
much.
mean,
Oh my God. It's way worse than that. The Raiders dropped from 1 to 6.
Damn!
Ah!
This might have just made it so where they can't get their quarterback now.
You're not getting Sanders this year,
My
buddy.
God.
I
Joe's
I know
gonna
why
be
Joe's
that's
not
why
here
he's
today.
not here, bro. That's why
Wait,
Joe's
wait,
not here this morning.
What's that saying? Joe knows.
Timu Joe Rogan is mourning. He's mourning somewhere. He's mourning.
I mean,
He's drinking a bottle right now, right
He's
at
like,
the cemetery,
another-
screaming, "Why?"
actually, though, you know what though? I can see. Look, this makes it even more interesting because now, the Raiders are looking for a quarterback. I mean, that's not a bad place for Darnold to maybe possibly go and cash in.
I was going to say they might have to do that. Otherwise, they got to give up a haul to move into that 2nd pick because the Giants aren't moving off of number 1 no matter what.
Yes, that's what Joe gets for wishing evil on the Vikings.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That's why Joe's MIA this morning. He's MIA. He's crying
I mean-
somewhere. He's mourning. Our quarterback, no.
Well, look at when we get the postseason, this whole situation with Darnold, and we'll see where the Raiders end up picking.
JF1 is coming. Justin Fields.
Yeah, you know what though? Actually, you know what?
Holy cow.
I was going to say you could do worse at quarterback.
You could. I mean, look at. It's not that Justin isn't good. I think Caleb's better.
Justin
but Justin's
Minshew.
good.
Justin Minshew.
I mean,
I take Justin over
I
Minshew.
take Justin over Minshew all day. And Minshew did
Yeah,
not
well,
play like
still.
he played in the past.
How about
Minshew
Kirko?
had like one good season.
Kirko, Minshew.
I'm taking if Kirk actually wants to play, I'm saying screw it, rolling the dice on him and taking him over Fields and Minshew.
I got you.
So you know what though? If Kirk gets cut, him going to the Raiders is not a far off idea because look, it's kind of like a Russell Wilson deal. They can pay him the league minimum because he's going to be making so much money from Atlanta. They'll be able to get him cheap.
Damn, Henry Gray. That's an ooh.
Facts,
So,
Jason.
I mean,
I don't think the Lions are made to like a Super Bowl. They don't deserve to be on the field as anybody. What? Like the Lions fans can't talk shit because y'all ain't got nothing. So
I mean,
you
Russell
one good season.
You don't know how good JJ is going to be after a major injury.
Hey, Dom, I just got a random question. What's your trophy case look like?
My personal trophy case, I got a record for swimming.
No. I mean Atlanta's.
We got a couple NFC championships.
You got some participation trophies. Awesome.
Yeah,
Hey,
buddy.
they got the biggest
Kat.
blown. Hey, they have the record for blowing the biggest lead in Super Bowl history.
Man, come on, don't 28
that's,
me,
that's
goddammit.
the main star of that trophy case.
First, there's a whole dilemma with the Falcons. We get the Michael Vick thing going on, then we get the 28-3 thing going on. Like, I don't hear that. Years later, these motherfuckers still talking
fair for Kirko, man. There's plenty of guys, man. Don't worry.
Where's Kirkle's face? I don't see him.
Oh, he'll be there soon. Just wait, Dom.
Was that Eberflus and Ryan Foles?
Yeah.
Who made that?
Foles isn't going anywhere, but Flus is going to be a DC next year somewhere. Flus will be a DC because, like, the proof is in the pudding. You saw how bad the Bears defense got once he was fired. Someone's going to hire him to be their DC next year because he does make good defense. He'll be a DC next year. I think Saleh will get a job as a DC next year as well.
I hope Saleh doesn't. I want him to stay in Green Bay.
Nah, he's going to get a job. He'll get a nice DC game.
I know. That's why I said hope.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, it's your hope for Chucky. It's most likely not going to happen, but you can still hold on to
Chucky
it.
was at Hallis Hall last week.
Yeah, and Saleh's been in Green Bay for a while.
Damn, Dom. Yeah, Fred is right. It's been more than they've had 2 good years.
Dude, they know I'm a shit talker. I love it.
2 good years.
FTP, Fred.
Good morning, bud.
Isaac's here to collect his taxes from the Raiders.
Hey, it's Isaac.
Win yesterday.
I'm trying to get taxes from Kirko Cousins.
Yo, I know where he lives.
Well, I
give you his address.
posted that pic of the job fair, so Kirko knows where to go.
Man, I'm telling you, his wife. I think his wife was in on that finessing us thing too,
Really?
because she's from Atlanta. So
are you saying she kind of gave Arthur blank checks a little bit more of a reason to write a check?
she gave him more than a blank check. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
You got Kirk at the titty bars, and she just over there. So
Ned Flanders ain't going to no freaking titty bar.
what you mean? He's like Oakley Dokley.
Yeah, he's Oakley and all right, except it's on his lawnmower. Did you get me my contract, honey?
Hey, she's all, don't start a Penix. Go with the Kirko.
I forgot how to play quarterback. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Hey, is there Kirko Phoenix in Atlanta?
Kirko Penix.
Kirko Penix.
He's gonna have a chain with the Penix on it. What you mean?
So
Hey, seriously, though.
We got a game tonight.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, do we have a game tonight?
Well,
We
no,
have a
no,
tonight.
we don't have a game tonight. We got Green Bay dragging their nuts all across the Saints.
That's right.
Watch the Saints Rattler's gonna tear your asses up. That'd be hilarious.
What?
If I was the Packers fan and that happened,
Yeah, okay. And you're the same guy who says, "Hey, great, we got Kirko."
Be quiet, Rob. God damn it.
Hey, not the
If I see you on my goddamn roof in a couple days, Rob.
not the technique
shit.
Spencer Rattler's trying to prepare for.
Shit on your
Sitting in a
fucking
10-degree
Kirko.
freezer doesn't do shit.
I'll be dropping a Kirko
I'm like, oh no.
right down your chimney.
I'm getting so cold tonight. Jesus.
Hey,
Mike, I just
sitting
saw
in
your question now. Mike asked if you had a chance like Gruden, but he wants Foles gone. You're telling me you would rather keep Foles? I didn't know that was ever going to be a question. If Gruden, but Gruden, I would give that man anything he wants. I'd give that man full team control.
Well,
Gruden,
that's the question.
If part of the stipulation for Gruden to be a Bears coach was that Ken has to cut off his right arm, I guess we're looking at the new one-armed man.
I don't know if I'd go that far, Ken, but football-wise, I'll give that
Okay,
man
sorry,
whatever
not the whole arm. You just go up to the elbow.
Hey, watch.
No,
The
but I
question
mean,
is, does management let them do that? Does management let them pick their guy and let them pick the coaches and let them make their own? Give a coach that kind of control.
I was going to say, if it's Gruden that you're talking about, you're an absolute bumbling moron if you don't let him do that.
I agree with that 100%.
Gruden's like okay, here's the level of all the coaches. Then there's Gruden. You know what I mean? I mean, Gruden's his own little category.
Hey, watch Gruden's stipulation is if you hire him as coach, he has to have all the that barstool guys to be all the coordinators.
That would be funny.
Those guys think they can run it better. I hear them saying it all the time.
Fans always think they can run it better. You should see Bears Twitter, man. You still got guys on Bears Twitter who say Caleb Williams is the worst quarterback the Bears ever drafted.
Well, I mean, bro, you're gonna have that all the time. I mean, that's just how it is.
I was going to say, there's no way whoever said that has a functioning brain, because Caleb is by far and away the best quarterback you drafted.
And then you got guys like there's not a single player on the offensive line worth keeping on the roster.
I'm just telling you, it all comes down to the wins, man. It's the wins. They don't care about all the arrests. They want wins.
Yeah, that's all they see. They see the win-loss record, and they automatically assume it has to be the personnel on the field, and that's the only issue. And it has to be the quarterback, because the quarterback controls the entire game for every man on that roster.
I mean, you're talking about all these records that Caleb may break. I mean, yeah, bro, these are all good, but the one record that's looming is 9 in a row you've lost.
Well, no, but Rob, the reason I'm giving that is
I'm just saying,
right,
they've got the personnel. Now they just need the coaching, right? They've got the players who can make plays. Now they got to have someone who can maximize the potential of this roster, and they don't have that right now.
And the funny thing is, they keep saying, like, Fields was doing better at this time of the season. Fields was like a second year or third year starter at the time that they're mentioning.
Well, that's the funny thing, Isaac. I go, look, last year Fields had this, that, and the other. It's like, dude, Fields was in this fourth year or whatever. I mean, come on.
Okay, but let's just ask this: if Fields was behind the same exact line that Caleb's behind this year, would he have that kind of success? Because the O line wasn't this big a problem last year for you guys as it was
coaching
this year.
Different. You'd have to have same quarterback or different. You'd have to have same.
I mean, I don't even know how people could compare the two. It's not the same.
You can't really compare the two because coaching was different. There were personnel differences. I mean, Jason, look, I think if Caleb get the 4,000, yeah. Caleb's got the rookie record right now for the Bears. He's number 5 on the all-time list for the Bears already. Or he's in the top 6. Jay Cutler's like 4 of the top 6. So he's going to be in the top 5 for Bears single-season passing, yards passing this year. I mean, yeah, Fields had a better defense than what the Bears had this year. So, but that goes to Isaac, his point. Like, look at the fans just look at win-loss. Some of these guys just look at win-loss, and that's why they make that argument. But the Bears had a better defense last year. Number 1 in the league, or number 2, depending on which week you looked at it. 1 or 2 in the league against the run, right? We had a better run line last year offensively. I mean, there was differences.
Well, I think what it is just Bears fans are just, they're very pissed off at the fact that all these moves were made and this team was supposed to be better, right? You know what I mean? Like this year we were talking about the Bears being in the playoffs, like, the NFC North. I mean, even when we started before the season, we started doing these shows, we talked about the Bears possibly being, with us in this playoff hunt.
With all of the add-ons and everything, and all the new wide receivers and everything, you guys were supposed to get more than 7 wins. And
I mean, that's why I gave the last 2 weeks. I've been giving those stat differences because the personnel they're putting up the stats, they're putting up numbers. What's the problem? Bad penalties, which comes to coaching, right? Not fundamentals, which comes to coaching. I mean, these are things that are coachable differences, like. The last 2 games, time of possession, they've been right there. In yardage, they've been right there. Caleb's been right there with completion percentages, passer rating. I mean, they're getting they're getting some stuff. They're getting stuff out of players, right? The problem is they get to the red zone, a guy doesn't report, a false start, a hold. It's the penalties, the coachable things, and then the coaches making bad decisions as in, hey, you're down 20, go for the field goal instead of get the first down and go for the touchdown.
Facts,
So,
Jay.
I mean, there's coachable issues there. They've got the personnel. Because if you broke this team up, man, most of these guys on this roster would be starting in another NFL franchise.
I mean, technically, Ken, you did say everybody's going to get 10 wins, and you're the only team that hasn't got 10 wins. J.I. points it out. He goes, but didn't you say 10 wins? Yeah, you said everybody's going to get 10 wins.
I didn't guarantee anything, Jay, but I said they all could get 10 wins. And you look at the beginning of the year, and you look at the rosters, sure, they all had the personnel. You look what the Bears' defense was last year. They didn't perform to that level this year, especially against the run.
It was like how the projection went from last year, how the Bears were playing, that they would be a better team this year, but it just didn't pan out that way.
Wow, Broski said you guys are like 7 linemen away.
Damn.
I think we're more like 2 or 3, to be honest. I think
it's like Jesus.
Now 4 on O line and 3 on D line. He said 7 guys, man. And then you'd be good.
So what? You getting rid of the entire D line except Montez Sweat, Broski?
I mean,
are you getting rid of?
Is he wrong? I'm going to ask everybody on the panel. Is he wrong?
No, he's wrong. Just on defense alone, he's wrong because you're not getting rid of Gervin. You're not getting rid of Dexter Sr. He's playing really well. We need one edge on the D line to go.
Sounds like you need Broski as your GM.
Yeah, no, we don't. Offensively, we need 2 or 3. We need on offense.
7.
Yeah, no, but he's wrong. He is wrong. The numbers even bear that out. We have the 12th ranked center in the league right now. I mean, if Atlanta does not sign their young guy at center this year, if he makes free agency, the Bears should try to get that upgrade at center. He's ranked 5th in the league right now. That would be an upgrade. They need to get a right guard, an everyday right guard. I like Pryor. He's been solid at right guard since he took it over, but I'd rather have him in a backup role than a starting role. I want a good right guard. We don't need a right tackle. We need a right guard. And we probably need a left guard because Jenkins can't stay healthy.
What about that center?
The center's fine. He's 12th in the league.
Didn't your left tackle go down in this game too with
our left guard and our left tackle went down in this game. And Bourne played great, but he played good. Bourne played good, but he still needs to go.
Yeah, but your left tackle, I'm pretty sure from what I was seeing, he's going to be gone not for a season, a full calendar year.
Yeah, well, they didn't say full calendar. They said it might be tricky to get him back. So we might now need a left tackle. But I want Ken, and I was saying this before the injury, I want a guy on the left side who can play guard or tackle. And the reason I wanted that was because of injuries. Now it might have to shift to because Braxton might not be there to go. Braxton's actually a pretty good tackle. He's been very good overall. But I can now the argument for left tackle is more apparent. So I think that the biggest need is going to be left tackle because he might not make the season. Then right guard because Mark Pryor has been really good. I'd rather have him in a backup role, right? But look, I'm going to get probably at least 2 offensive linemen in the first 2 rounds. So I'm looking left tackle, right guard are my first 2 areas of need. If I can sign the center away from Atlanta, great, right? And then Shelton will walk. That's fine at that point. But I'm still lacking depth.
Yeah, and I had seen, I forgot what the name of the doctor was, but one of the world-class surgeon type of guys that's usually right by predicting the injury with the video.
He'll be here by the end of the week.
He thinks that he tore his patella tendon and that it's going to be about 12 months before
they'll have to wait and see, but he'll be down here by my house by the end of the week. He'll be here today. So I probably know his doctor, to be honest. So, I mean, they'll have to see, but yeah, I mean, Shelton has been light years better than what we had. If we can't look at people act like we can just go out and get a center, dude, you can't just go out and get a center. They have to be available. Oh, we need. What's the center you've got there in Atlanta, Tom? What's his name again?
You can have Myers for free.
No, you can't.
But the center, I think
Well, that's why I think he said it. You're a couple years away yet. That's why
we're
he's
a couple years away.
seven line guys away.
Yeah, he's wrong.
What's up there, A-Dub?
Hey, Dom, what's the name of your center there in Atlanta?
Dahlman, Drew Dahlman.
You talking about
Yeah,
having
Bears
Myers for
fans
free? I said no.
We're gonna go get Dahlman.
Yeah, I'm so with you on that, A-Dub.
They're like, we're gonna go get the Bears. Gonna go get Dahlman. The Bears gonna go get Dahlman. Really? Do you think Atlanta's gonna let Dahlman get the free agency?
Nah, they're not letting him go to free agency.
Well, like guys, act like we can just go out and get 7 new starters.
What's up, JB? Good morning.
5 new starters and 2 new depth guys or whatever. Dude, you can't do that.
Shelton is a turd stain.
I can imagine the Bears draft. Round 1, O-line. Round 2,
Broski,
O-line. Round 3, O-line. Round
missed
4,
one.
O-line.
You got 2 first-round picks, Isaac, or 2 second-round picks, Isaac.
O-line.
I think you're going to see O-line in the first, and then in the second, you're going to get an O-line and an edge. I think that should be the plan.
You should be the Bears GM, broski. I'm telling you, bro.
I mean,
if you guys don't select O-line, I'm going to see a bunch of
them.
Bear fans trying to, figure out where McCaskey lives at.
Well, I mean, look, at Bears fans are going to be unhappy because they're not going to get Dahlman because Atlanta's never going to let him go to free agency. Then they'll be mad because there'll be some 35-year-old O-linemen that we didn't sign for 5 years at $20 million a year. I mean, dude, you realize almost every big-name free agent last year that went for big money that's not a running back isn't playing well this year. Judon hasn't done much of anything this year.
It's true.
I looked at the free agents, that are going to be available this coming season. And a lot of these guys, Green Bay is not going to go after. They're over like 30 years old. And Goop doesn't want to go.
You covered your mic up. Isaac.
Oh. I heard what he was saying. He was like, look, a lot of these guys are going to be over 30 years old.
Yeah.
You don't want to spend money on a bunch of 30-plus.
That's why you should be drafting guys, man. You shouldn't be messing around and drafting. You should be drafting O-linemen every year. The year Green Bay didn't draft, I was like shocked. And then last year, what'd they do? They went over crazy and drafted.
Well, yeah. Here's what Bears fans do, though. Like, Kieran got that start.
What's an O-line?
It was bad.
What's an O-line?
It was bad. But Kieran was a third-round guy. You didn't draft him to be your starting left tackle this year. You drafted him to be a good left tackle for you or a good lineman for you 2 or 3 years, 2 seasons down the road. He was never going to be.
Well, that's why you never stop. You always should be drafting linemen in your draft.
So, if they get 2 O-linemen in the first and second round, that adds a lot of depth already, right? And then if you can get another guy in free agency, look, I think out of this current O-line, there's at least 3 guys that just need to walk. So if you would get 3 other new linemen, the O-line has not played terribly these last 5 weeks, right? They haven't been great, but they're playing better. We've seen this before, granted, but you've got to get healthier options because they're actually playing well. And really show me, I know Bear Down Mike and Broski hate Shelton at center. Great. Show us every single down they've played, how every single down they're bad. Because you can cherry pick the one play where he gets beat. I can do that with any lineman in the NFL. But the proof is that he has played a ton better than what we've had, and he's playing better than almost 20 other centers in this league. And these 2 guys hate PFF. Oh, well, grading players based on what they do in the game is trash. Really? That's what the NFL GMs do.
The thing is, PFF gives you a nice insight, but it is not the end all.
No, because it can't take into certain things like how well they're playing as a unit, scheme, other things. But if you look at how he's playing and how he's doing his assignments, it gives you a good indicator.
He's right about what he's saying, though. The guards in the Panthers side are playing well. Panthers look better than the Bears because Panthers improved their O-line. Chuba is a good because their O-line is better. I mean, I agree with them there. Chuba's having a great year. That guy's having a great year.
Chuba. If you look at the O-line pre Thomas to post Thomas, it's night and day. It's night and day. The O-line is playing better. So right there when someone says, well, the O-line's not playing better, that tells me right there, you're not watching games, broski. I love you. But you're not watching because that O-line only gave up 2 sacks this week.
That's this week. They've given up. Look, man, he's been sacked 60 times this year.
They gave up 2 against Minnesota. They gave up 2 against the Packers. They gave up 1 or 2 against the Lions the first meeting. They've done much better since Brown took over. It's coaching. A lot of it's coaching. It's easy for us to blame players for a bad scheme.
Well, how many is that though of Caleb running out the pocket and not taking that sack? You know,
but I can do the same thing with Goff this week. I can do the same thing with Darnold every week. I mean, you can deal with every quarterback where they're being forced out of the pocket.
The difference is those quarterbacks you're talking about are winning. Yours is not.
We're not winning because of and you're exactly right, Rob. If we were winning, guys would have a totally different argument about it.
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course. Winning is winning.
Okay, Mike, I'll stay in my lane and let you, because obviously Bear Down Mike, who came and make our shows, because he's got to buy a skirt for a Christmas tree instead, is in his lane.
Bro, that's being a little personal, Ken.
I'm just saying, though, dude, don't come at me like dirty like that, Mike, when you're not doing it yourself. You're not the end all, Mike.
Oh,
you're playing better.
But speaking of random different things, how about the freaking Bills barely scraping by the Patriots?
How about that shit?
Granted, they gave the Patriots for one of their touchdowns like 7 or 8 opportunities at the goal line to get that touchdown.
Inside the 10, yeah.
Any given Sunday, right? That's the thing about this league. Any given Sunday. So that's why tonight, even though we got like 2 minutes left, dude, like I know Green Bay, we all think Green Bay is going to drub them, but dude, any given Sunday, or in this case, any given Monday, I mean.
That proves my point on Thursday Night Football is that they put division games together. Look at that. Patriots, Bills, division game. Look how interesting it got, That's why they made a lot of Thursday games division games, because they're way more interesting. Players know each other. Teams know each other. Yeah. They study against each other, and it comes out with more entertaining football games.
Yep. I'm totally with you on that, Isaac. I don't want to be seeing this AFC versus NFC shit in the Thursday night games, because half the times one of the teams is asleep playing. But if you have the divisional game, even if the guys are half dead playing on a short week, they're still going out there.
Yeah, no one wants to see like the Jaguars versus the Panthers. Like that's how they started off.
Jay,
ball.
Hey Jay, even Sunday's been something that's been said in this league for decades. And we just saw a game that we're talking about here where the Pats shouldn't have even sniffed being close, yet they showed up and they played out their minds. And
the Bills were a 14-point favorite over the Patriots.
And they won by what, 3? They won by 3?
3.
Yeah.
How many times do you see teams that should be getting drugged and they end up winning?
Hey, Lions and Vegas.
There's actually a movie, Jay, called Any Given Sunday based on this principle.
What about
Lions in Vegas are like this? Executives.
What about Thursdays?
We'll tell them 14 points.
What about Thursdays?
We'll see Mondays.
And this week Wednesdays. What about those?
Yeah. And Fridays and Mondays and Tuesdays. You get the concept though that look at the NFL.
No, we don't get we can't understand the concept. It's only one day of the week that works. You can't expand that.
I guess.
What about Thursday?
The parity in this league, is pretty tight, man. I mean, even teams that seem like they're far off aren't far off. That's why you get a lot of work and stuff like that.
I don't see you guys.
We're out of time for today, though. So come back tomorrow. We'll have a lot more fun like this. There will be no show on Christmas because everyone can enjoy Christmas. However, there will be a House Hall on Christmas Day, Christmas evening, because we play Thursday. Speaking of Thursdays, so there will be a show on Christmas Wednesday night, but we will be taking the morning show off on Christmas. We'll see you all tomorrow. Enjoy the game tonight. Have a great holidays, and hey, enjoy. And I never guarantee 10 wins, JB. Stop putting words in my mouth. By the way, speaking of trash talkers who don't know anything, JB